Saudi Telecom to increase capital by $8 billion and Adnoc awards contracts worth $1.83 billion. You're watching the Daily Brief with Forbes. I'm Ramya Faraj. Saudi Telecom shareholders have approved a proposal to increase the company's capital by $8 billion. The increase will involve the issuance of 3 billion new shares and will raise its capital to $13.33 billion, representing an increase of 150%. Saudi Telecom is 64% owned by the Public Investment Fund. It posted $4.5 billion in revenues in Q2 with net profit of $754 million. Adnoc has awarded 5 framework agreements valued at $1.83 billion for directional drilling and logging while drilling. It's to expand production capacity of its low-carbon oil and gas resources. Following a tender process, the agreements were awarded to Al Ghaith Oilfield Supplies and Services, Al Mansouri Directional Drilling, Schlumberger, Halliburton, and Weatherford bin Hamouda. The awards cover Adnoc's onshore and offshore fields and will run for 5 years with an option for a further 2 years. Bahrain leads the GCC countries in terms of 5G availability, according to a study on benchmarking the GCC 5G experience by OpenSignal. The study also found that UAE users have the highest download speed. Qatar has the second fastest download speed, followed by Kuwait, Saudi, and Bahrain, with Oman coming in last place. The 5G upload speed was about 1/10 the speed of users' average 5G download speeds across GCC markets. The Eurozone inflation rate hit a new record of 9.1% in August, increasing pressure on the European Central Bank to hike interest rates. The EU Statistics Agency says it's driven by soaring fuel prices caused by Russia's war in Ukraine. The yearly inflation rate in the Eurozone is up from 8.9% in July and at its highest since records began. The European Central Bank will certainly raise rates at next week's monetary policy meeting. That's according to Finnish ECB policymaker Olli Rehn. In a speech addressing Finland's government, Rehn said even after next week's meeting, it will be necessary to increase interest rates further in future meetings. Goldman Sachs says UK inflation could hit 22.4% in 2023, far above its 14.8% baseline forecast. It comes after the wholesale price of gas, a key source of power for heating and cooking in UK homes, surged by 145% at the start of July. Goldman's inflation prediction topped Citigroup's forecast last week, which was 18.6%. Even if energy costs moderate, as Goldman Commodities analysts expect, UK inflation may still peak at 14.8% in January, up from 10.1% last month. Britain has set out plans to sell $1.74 billion of government offices over the next 3 years as part of a new property strategy to squeeze public sector workers into a smaller number of buildings. UK officials say they're cutting the cost of the public estate to return money to taxpayers. The government also says it aims to save £581 million through reducing operating costs, spending less on leases, and using different building materials and energy sources. Toyota will boost its planned investment in a new U.S. battery plant from $1.29 billion to $3.8 billion, partly in response to rising consumer demand for electric vehicles. Battery maker Panasonic will be a partner in the North Carolina plant through its Prime Planet Energy and Solutions joint venture with Toyota. Toyota is the world's top-selling car maker and has hybrids, but has until now been slow to embrace battery-powered EVs. Let's take a look now at today's Forbes RealTime Billionaires ranking. It tracks the daily ups and downs of the world's richest people. Our biggest winners today are all from India, with infrastructure tycoon Gautam Adani up $4.7 billion with net wealth of $146 billion. Our second biggest winner today is Reliance Industries' Mukesh Ambani, up $1.5 billion with net wealth of $95.4 billion. And our third place winner is steel industry mogul Savitri Jindal, up $636 million with net wealth of $16.8 billion. Check out our website and our social media for all of the latest Billionaires news. The Venice Film Festival kicked off today with Adam Driver starring in a topical opening film about a deadly health crisis, misinformation, and prescription drugs. White Noise is the first of 4 Netflix-produced films competing for the top prize Golden Lion over the 11-day festival, as the streaming service seeks to burnish its artistic credentials. Netflix has become a key backer of more intellectual directors as traditional Hollywood studios fixate on superhero and franchise blockbusters. I'm Ramya Faraj. This is the Daily Brief. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.